Other interesting cultural news, you have the blonde and blue eyes statistic. Well, it's trending on Twitter after the American Eagle advertisement. Now, this brought to us thanks to End Wokeness. And he says, quote, 0.017% of the world population has blue eyes and blonde hair. Doesn't the left like minorities in advertising? They got 2.4 million views and 68,000 likes, which, yeah, I mean, again, leftists love every minority except white folks. I mean, it's just kind of their MO. So, again, I'm not too surprised that they're still irate at this one gene ad out of thousands of advertisements that feature every other race except for white folks. I mean, just go on Facebook. I mean, I recommend it too much because it's mostly a time waste, but I mean, just scroll on Facebook for more than 18 seconds, you'll see 5 to 6 advertisements. None of them will have white folks in it. I mean, I saw a couple for banks and a couple for makeup, which I was going to say terrible advertisement in terms of that's not going to, I mean, I'm not going to buy that crap. But it's an instance where, yeah, they were all actually African American. And one, I believe, was Latino. One was a Latina, actually. I mean, it's such a joke in advertising that even Joe Biden laughed and said he said it was a good thing he doesn't see, we don't see white people in advertising anymore. So it's hilarious to see leftists, cry because of one or two advertisements out of hundreds of thousands. Now, one of the first comments comes to us thanks to Liberty Pill memes. It's the Harry Potter's parody scene. And Voldemort has the crying liberal girl from the 2016 election. Harry Potter goes, "What happened to him?" And Dumbledore says, "Sydney Sweeney appeared in an ad." And 330 likes. Paul Zuba says, quote, "The left only like their narrative. Common sense and logic aren't part of it," getting 129 likes. Scrolling down, you have Democrat detector, a word pun, I like that. Says, quote, "If there could be one white person left in the world and the left would still treat them as if they were a majority," getting 1.1 thousand likes. Yep. Tommy G has a picture of the Sweeney ad and says, "I trust this button more than I trust CNN." It's a button right under her bust. Getting 974 likes. It's a very strong button. Or as Trump would say, "That's the strongest button in all the denim universe. That's the strongest one. Definitely more than the cheap Chinese pot metal. That's not just zinc. That's high quality material. Maybe even steel." Perhaps. They got 990 likes. The conservative alternative says, quote, "Daily reminder, about less than 10% of the global population, white people, are the greatest minority of all," getting 419 likes. MJL says, "So blonde hair and blue eyes is diversity? Sweet, now I can go to Harvard." Getting 729 likes, which, yeah, Harvard, one of the most racist schools ever, literally was discriminating against people who had higher test scores and better extracurriculars just so that minorities can get in. Yeah, let's just say, yeah. That's also an interesting cultural difference when you look at the Asian community. I mean, this shown that Harvard was discriminating against Asians who, again, had the highest test scores and the most extracurriculars, and Harvard said it would not let them in Harvard. They had quoted saying, "Oh no, we've got too many Asians," says Harvard. And instead of rioting or causing a ruckus, the Asians just worked even harder and got even higher test scores, which is interesting. And again, some of them did finally get in, just worked like hell. Yes, he says, well, he has a picture of the Sweeney girl. It says, "It's okay to be white," getting 807 likes. Pamphlet says, quote, "Despite making up less than 0.02% of the world, they make up 50% of ads. Still think whites are the victims," getting 454 likes. Going down more and more. Bunch of graphs talking about the world populations. Let's see here. The Vault has a picture of a guy at the dry erase board. Says, "I wish people question Fauci as much as they question RFK." Good point, but not really relevant to this. Still got 154 likes. Gibby Turismo says, "American Buffalo." It's the fat Democrat chick that Democrats paid millions of dollars because they thought she would win back the male vote. Who, again, she's a very overweight, obese woman, leftist. Well, I guess there's a little bit of that is redundant. But yeah, she's very pro-LGBT and thought, masculine femininity is, yeah, she was one of their plans, or kind of a thing, just a money funneling system. They said she was going to win back the male vote for Democrats. Spoiler, hell no. Going down more and more. I forget what movie it is. Not the day the Earth stood still. It's the one in which the gentleman had the sunglasses, and only after he put the sunglasses on, he could see the aliens and the actual advertisements. You lose me at the moment, but this is posted thanks to I Love American News. It says DI racism. And before he has the sunglasses on, the poster board says abolish whiteness. And he puts the glasses on and says kill whitey, getting 169 likes. C says white people are global minority, getting 125 likes. Gibby Turismo simply has a picture of a girl, says Harry Sisson has gay genes, getting 165 likes. Going down more and more. Not seeing any contrarian comments here. Now, again, do I think culturally speaking, this is going to be the new default for advertising? Absolutely not. Again, the advertising community has had the standard template for over a decade. And again, apparently some of them are making some sales when they're doing it, so I guess making money. But I don't think it's going to change that like more advertisements has even, I don't even think 10% of advertisements in the fashion community will ever be white again. I think it'll still be like, maybe it'll increase exponentially to 1%. But let me know. Do you think, I think their ad sales I think the sales of jeans will go up. Do you think it'll be enough for other companies to start having white people in advertisements again? And when's the last time you actually saw an advertisement with a white person in it? Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.